All right, okay, I want the building to be public, but get the goddamn slave traders out of here. All right, Hammett, don't even look. Hammett, don't look. This is why you're so pessimistic, Hammett. I fully understand. All right, we are back in Kenshi with Quill and Temperance and their team. In the last episode, these guys took the first step in signaling to the tech hunters that we would like to join their community and perhaps support their cause. We bought a ruined building in the way station in the middle of the hook, and we built it back up into this very building that we're standing on right now, helping to further strengthen the tech hunters' presence in the hook. And even very quickly at some point, these guys had to say, I guess we'll forego making any relationships in this region, and had to help defend the way station against many, many waves of attackers of various groups that also take up residence in the hook. But so be it. In for a penny, in for a pound. These guys want to be tech hunters, and like I said in the last episode, this doesn't really have any mechanical purpose. It's more just kind of narratively, we imagine they're just kind of signaling to the tech hunters like, hey, we're serious about this. Look at us. We're actually helping defend your way station, and we're going to help turn this ruined building into something great, perhaps. Who knows? In today's episode, we're going to continue working towards whatever that greatness may end up being. When the team bought this house, they decided to split up the responsibilities. There is a home team that's going to work on research and engineering and probably get into some crafting, maybe eventually get into some farming, maybe some advanced research. Who knows? It's not really going to be a sprint, more a marathon, and they're basically going to be chipping away at that. And the scout team, well, they're going to focus on scouting. They're going to see if they can find more tech and rare artifacts and treasures, and maybe even forge some new alliances or establish some trade routes. Who knows what the future holds? But very specifically for today's episode, I think we're going to be letting the home team continue to chip away at what they're doing. They're going to continue researching, maybe build some stuff. We'll see if we can get their jobs sorted out. I may even, if there is a Scorchlander for 3,000 cats in the bar here, we'll take a look. Maybe we'll start a conversation, see if we can convince them to throw in with us. Since we look like such a promising young group, perhaps we can. It'll be good to have more hands. Many hands make light work, as they say. But for the scout team, I would like to imagine that as these guys have built this place back up, they're sitting around the fire at night, looking out into the darkness and kind of discussing what it is they got to do next. The home team, the camp team knows that they're just going to be working on researching things, and they're probably sitting here saying like, hey, you went out and you found all these rare artifacts and blueprints and old science books and stuff like that. The next time you find something like that, why don't you bring it back here? We might be able to do something with that. I'd imagine they're probably starting to have these conversations. But then very specifically, I would imagine they're saying, now that we have split up the work, and we know that we're going to very likely stay here. Initially, these guys didn't know what they were going to do. Are they going to leave? Are they going to look for new allies? Are they going to try to find another place to explore? But since it really seems like they're putting down some roots here, it absolutely seems imperative that they don't leave anything on the table. And so, we very specifically left 3 ruins unexplored. There was a ruined village that we never even bothered to get too close to because it was inhabited by, like, I don't know, 1 million blood spiders all in the grass, and you can hardly see them. Very nerve-wracking. Also, there was this armory here that Quill probably remembers very well, as he almost lost his life there. But there's probably a few security spiders in there. In addition to that, these guys discovered this ancient tech lab that was definitely multiple stories and was definitely filled with security spiders. And so I think as scary as it might be, these guys are probably sitting around at night and saying, hey, what are we going to do next? And saying, you really should go, you've got the crossbows, you're faster, you're stronger, you're getting better with the weapons. We can't leave it on the table. So I think what we're going to do is this. I think we're going to, it's 9:22 in the morning. I think we're going to spend the day here making sure everybody's ready to go, making sure everything that needs to be researched is getting researched, everybody's jobs are working, making sure we've got supplies and food for everybody in case anything breaks down. And then I think we're going to take the scout team. Where are we right now? We're at the way station. I think we're going to take the scout team and try to run them to whatever one of these libraries we can get to. I imagine we'll probably be spending the night in one of these libraries, and then maybe... I guess we'll think about it when we're ready to leave, but my thought right now is we'll probably see if we can get to this library in one day. That might be doable. It might be, if not this one. And we'll see if we can head for this lost armory. Well, I think we're going to be thinking about that as we go. I will say these guys can reserve the right to reassess as they get closer, but this is probably going to be a nightmare that might even be beyond them. And I'm actually pretty nervous about this because there was a lot of blood spiders here, and they're in the grass. They're very hard to see. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's the plan. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking out loud, but we're picking up exactly where we left off, and we are ready to jump in. Let's do this. Let's take a look downstairs. I know we were building some regular storage, and I don't think anybody has building materials. So let's take a look at that. The other thing I want to do as well, I might cut a lot of this out. We'll see what happens. If anything interesting happens as we're doing this stuff, obviously we'll keep it in. But some of this stuff gets pretty boring as you're just kind of cycling through inventories and build menus. But one of the things I think we're going to do is anybody who's not dead, we are going to pull out of here and throw them out in the desert. God, as I say that, there's slave traders coming to pick people up and turn them into slaves. We're going to take the people out of here, and I was imagining, I think over the course of these episodes, this team has kind of gotten it into Hammett's mind that, like, hey, we can't save everybody. I've kind of talked about this a bunch. Like, Hammett wants to go gung-ho and take it to the slavers, but obviously we're not in a position to do that. But I would imagine he would probably insist that we at least remove the shackles off of everybody. And if were we to have enough food, if we get to a point where we are producing sufficient food in excess, perhaps we are the kindness crew that takes off your shackles and leaves you with a little bit of food and then drops you somewhere out in the desert. But as I say that, there is a slave trader out here picking up a rebel farmer and turning them into a slave. We still may end up doing it. We also have to see if it's going to be crazy in here today anyway. It was crazy all through the last episode. But I don't want these people getting up. A lot of them are dead, which is good. As I'm clicking through here, I'm seeing a lot of them are dead. I guess that's horrible. Thank God all these people are dead. But they're going to pop up and they're going to keep causing a problem. So we'll do our part for trying to make this a safe place, and we will get all these ne'er-do-wells out of town. For now, we're going to take Quill and Hammett over to the mechanical shop here, and we are going to buy a building material. Let's trade. What do you got? You got building materials? Done. You have fabric? No. You have cotton? 1. I can't do anything with that at this point. I think I'm also going to get some books. We have cats. I'm going to get some books as well. We're going to get 6 books. We want to be researching stuff. It's so hilarious. I brought in, like, probably... How much money do I got? We'll spend ourselves down to 7. 8? That's perfect. 6 books. Exactly. Beautiful. Spend ourselves down to about 7,000 cats. And we're going to drop that off in the research bench. But we're also going to go build that storage so we can get the steel plates out of our inventory. Yeah, it's hilarious. We came through here probably with, I don't know, 50, 100 books. And so you guarding my shop? Thank you. Hello, sir. Hammett says, sake, sake, sake. That's all I can think about right now. Well, Hammett, the bar's not too far from here. All right. Let's go. I want to take a look at Karthikeyan. He's out here dealing with Bat Rat, which is good. I want to make sure his jobs are working appropriately. These have been a little bit messy, but that's okay. We're going to put him on hauling, and oh, nice, he's hauling. All right, let's let Karthikeyan do that. Before I do that, though, I'm going to have him haul and use. This might be too many jobs for him. We may not have him do this, actually. We might have him just cut bat rats and run it to storage, and we might have him just cut bat rats and he'll just be the trapper. Because I do want to hire one other person if they have another person. Once Quill gets done building this box, we'll empty his inventory. Oh, nice. Thank you, Tetsuya. We might go check the bar and see if there's any low-level recruits in there. Hammett is freaking out. Are you okay, Hammett? Hammett, why don't you step away? Yeah. But yeah, somebody who literally has no skills and can just be a runner. You know what? Let's do that right away, actually. I'm going to step in here. There's not going to be anybody in here to hire, but if there is, who are you? You look expensive. Naima, a tech hunter. You're all tech hunters back here. There's another tech hunter. They're just going to guard. And just mercenaries. We can check upstairs. We'll talk to these tech hunters just to make sure. How are we doing with the tech hunters? Oh, look at that. They like us a little bit. The United City still likes us a little bit, too, which is hilarious. Looking for some muscle? No, thank you. You know what? While we're in here, why don't we make sure you don't have fabric as well? No fabric. I want to build another tent on the roof. I need some fabric. Let's check upstairs. What do we got? Ooh, I see a Scorchlander that looks like you could be hired. Who else we got here? Tech hunters, I bet you are a doctor. And you are just mercenaries. Let's start by talking with this guaranteed doctor. He is a greasy, alcoholic-looking fellow, spinning a scalpel in each hand as he talks to you. What'll it be, my man? Haircut? Facelift? 200 cats? No, thanks. Alright, let's talk with, Zaria. The first time I actually thought to look at their stats before we pick them up. Typical beginner stats, and I guarantee you, need a sword. I can be your sword or wherever else you want me to be. Absolutely. How much you charging? 3,000 cats, and it's a deal. You're hired. Zaria, welcome to the team. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, Zaria, we're going to put you on the camp squad. And you know what we're going to do first? We're going to go get... We're going to let Quill go stand in the center of town, and we're going to stick with Zaria for a minute. We're going to take her downstairs, and we're going to tell her, welcome to the team. Why don't you go check the many bodies that are laying around here and see if you can find some non-faction gear to pick up. If she is not wearing shoes, she could take a hat, sure. That's not faction, right? Yeah. Oh, this stuff's all faction armor. We're not going to put her in this stuff, but we might take it so we can sell it. How much is it worth? 62 bucks? I don't even think whatever. I mean, whatever. We could use the cats. We're going to have her go sell this stuff. What else we got around here? Anybody look like they get... Does anybody have shoes on? Looking for sandals. I have a better backpack for her, but she can sell this. Quill, who's standing right here, let's trade with him. He picked up a bag for her. There you go. Have a bag, and you know what? Why don't you take some food? Alright, we found somebody outside, has some sandals on. We're gonna have her put those on. There we go. Oh, nice. And some, a first aid kit. An armored faceplate. Why don't you just take it for now? And let's take this weapon off of them. Alright, we got Zaria set up. She's got a little bit of gear. We're going to have to find her some better stuff. She doesn't have any top on whatsoever at this point. We might want to find her something. We might buy her something. We got time. We're going to leave with the scout team first thing in the morning. Tomorrow morning. So we can maybe take a trip to Clownsteady. Pick something up for Zaria. Yeah, we're going to drop off our loose, weird stuff that we're carrying. We're carrying a whole bunch of extras. Everybody's got some extra nonsense on them. We're going to drop that off. Check the people in the camp. Who else has some weird nonsense on them? Anybody? Nah, we're good. All right. We're going to drop off our books that Quill was holding on to, and we might check to see if there's more research we can do. We might check to see if there's more research we can do now that we've got more books. We could make our own clothing. Not really worried about it right now. Alright, we learned cooking and tech level 1 to get that out of the way. We're going to need tech level 1 eventually. We'll need all the tech levels. Get that out of the way now. And when we learn cooking, we'll learn a couple of recipes and maybe be able to put a cooking stove inside of the building. I am going to run around and get everybody out of here. I'll probably cut most of this out. Oh, geez. Fighting already starts, and you're fighting with a slave. An escaped slave. We're going to let them fight it out for a second. Yeah, I was going to say they have it. There's no need for us to get in there and deal with that. We're going to drag these guys outside. This guy's dead. We're going to drop him here. And we're going to check them for gear. If anybody's got any good valuable gear, we'll grab it. Otherwise, we're just going to leave them. And anybody that is alive and a slave, we will unlock their shackles. And Hammett, of course, you will lay in. Hammett's also got a pretty good lockpicking chance. His lockpicking skills are growing, which is good. Probably something that's important to him. How's this fellow doing? Are you an escaped slave? You're fine. Alright. Hammett's going to continue to unlock shackles while we clear out the rest of this base of any living folk. As grim as that is. Alright, my goodness. I just spent an inordinate amount of time clearing out the base, unlocking a bunch of shackles. We are now buying some iron plates because we built a stove. We researched cooking and built a stove. Having a little bit of trouble with jobs in here, but I kind of expected that because I have a massive glut of mods, and a lot of them have to do with food and food preparation. So these guys keep stalling on some of these custom items. There's always a balance between dealing with rebuilding the nav mesh, fixing the fixing stuff in the F12 menu, figuring out what's wrong with your mods. It's always a little bit of a fight. All right, excellent. Shimazu is cooking. Zaria is about to haul some raw meat. Karthikeyan is working on his bat rat station. It looks like we are good for now. That is fantastic. The base is generally clear. We're going to leave this guy because picking him up would be kidnapping him, and we don't want to deal with it. We see, what do we got out here? Slave hunters are picking up United Cities. It's unfortunate to see, but it is what it is. But it looks like the base is getting cleaned up. The team is working, it seems. Hopefully that holds out. I don't know how much of that I cut out. It was a bit finicky there for a second, but it seems like we're working out just fine now. All right, it is almost time for these guys to settle down for the night. But there is something down by the campsite. I don't remember, we built something down there that needed steel bars. Probably a thing that doesn't need to be down there, whatever it is, but we're going to take our one steel bar down there. I need 2 of them. We're going to take the 1 down there, build whatever it is just to get it out of the base's inventory. Then I guess we're going to let them settle in for the night, and these guys are going to leave first thing in the morning. We'll probably see if we can get ourselves to the first... We're going to see if we can get ourselves to the first outpost at minimum. That should be very easy. We'll just run along the crater edge there until we get here, and we'll probably reassess at that point. But what is it that we wanted to build down here? An outdoor workbench. Oh, nice. That's actually something we can only build out here. All right, we're going to get Quill and Temperance back into the way station. We're going to let them hang out for the night, and we're going to take them out in the morning. Oh, Hammett says, Temperance, we need a better idea. Things aren't looking up for us. What are you talking about, Hammett? Hammett, things are looking fine. Absolutely fine for us. We're doing fantastically. Look, we've got a little house. We're researching. We're making food. Are we storing food? Yeah, oh, look at that. We're storing food. This is good. This is good. I'm not with you on that, says Temperance. I mean, we don't have that many options. Well, you know, Temperance, I guess that's a little more optimistic, but not really. You know I'm not lying. I'm just being blunt, but it's the truth. Quill is just at his wit's end. What more do you guys want? What more do you two want? My goodness. You're always saying that no matter the actual odds. Thank you, Temperance. That is very true. Hammett seems to, he kind of flip-flops between being pessimistic and optimistic. Tomorrow morning he's going to be like, what a great day. Ready for adventure. All right, these guys are going to settle in for the night, enjoy one last sunset at the way station, and we are going to head out back into Shun first thing in the morning. All right, it is early in the morning, and I think these guys, let's take a look at what they've got in their inventory. Oh, they are more than ready. They're overly ready. Probably leave some of these medical supplies here, too. Oh, I hear a harpoon firing. Oh, my God. All right. If there is an attack here, we will stay and help. But otherwise, I think these guys are ready to head out. The team has been hard at work all night. Shimazu's still cooking. Zaria has been running back and forth. They've got meat. It's good. This should be empty. It is, because it's all in here. That's fantastic. We're still researching stuff. I just decided we're going to research every single thing that was free to research. It's going to make the build menu a little bit of a nightmare, but so be it. All right. Let's get the team down here, and let's take a look at what they were firing at. I also want to see if something needed to be built up here. Oh, it's literally the tent. So be it. Oh, Jesus. You guys scared me. All right, okay, I want the building to be public, but get the goddamn slave traders out of here. All right, Hammett, don't even look. Hammett, don't look. This is why you're so pessimistic, Hammett. I fully understand. Look at that. All the bodies are gone. We're going to hope they got up and made their own way to safety. Let's do this. Let's take a look at the map. We are here. The river's right here, so we're probably like here. Let's run down by the camp, and we'll run along the edge of the camp out this way. We're heading out. We're heading out right now. This is what we came here for. We're scouting. We are scouters. The home team should be fine. They do have food. I don't know how much of that I cut out. It was a little finicky getting them set up. I've got a lot of competing mods that are probably conflicting that add all sorts of unique food items and unique items to cook food with, both indoors and outdoors, and getting things set up when you're spanning indoors and outdoors of a base can be a little tough anyway. So dealing a lot with the F12 menu. Oh, look at that. Carthaginians running to get bat rats. I love seeing it. I love seeing it. As I said, things were getting finicky. It looks like they're functioning just fine for right now. And we're going to try to head towards the crater. Let's head up high. And these guys, I think what we're going to do... let me give them a spot. We can talk and walk. Oh, I see that. That is a good landmark. I know where that is. That's somewhere out here. We are going to, at minimum, get to this lost library, but I think we're going to get well past that in one day. I think we're going to try to get to either this one or this one, and be ready for probably the following morning, I think, to assault the Lost Armory. I think. All right, we're looking at drifters last, off to our left, so we're good. We're good. There's the crater. We can see it up there. We're going to start to turn towards it. It's raining. These guys are probably pretty thankful for that. I'm sure it's hot in this desert. An Empire peasant. Oh, I wish I could give you some food, my friend. I'm sorry. There's not a lot of people defending that way station. When things go south there, if they ever do, they're going to really go south. But it is nice to see that it is very quiet today, so. It was very, very chaotic over the last couple of days, but it's quieted down now, which is nice. So it is truly the perfect time for these guys to head out. I'm sure they spent some time around the campfire talking about the upcoming journey. Look at that. What did I say? I said Hammett would be slightly more positive in the morning. It could honestly be worse, but damn, it could be better. Hammett, I'm going to call that a positive change of attitude. Maybe he just likes adventuring. Perhaps that's Hammett's story. He'd rather be out on the open road. But yeah, I imagine they were probably sitting around talking about what they got to do and just saying, you know what, this is really the best time to go. It's quiet. The bodies and the people in the recovery comas and the slave traders and the rebel farmers have all been cleaned up out of the base. We've done our part to help the tech hunters to make sure that they're as safe as they can be. Make sure that our team is as safe as they can be while we leave. And so this is the time. This is the time to head out. And I'm not going to say I'm not nervous. We're kind of just doing this. I'm not going to say I haven't thought about it. I gave it a little bit of thought, but I haven't really pictured in my mind's eye what it's going to be like for them to have to take on a security spider or two. But I'd imagine they're probably talking about it right now, thinking about how crazy it is, but they've got really long-range bows. That's why we got these bows specifically. They're very long range. They're pretty dang powerful. Take a look at Quill as we hear the thunder clap. 60 to 79 damage with a range of 96 meters. And they're getting better. Their skills are coming up. But I'm thinking what we might do is, unfortunately, the mechanics of the game are such that you can't see inside a building until you actually poke your head inside, and that's what got Quill into some trouble the last time we did this, but I think we're going to head for the armory because it seems like the smartest thing to do. The blood spiders at that destroyed village, we might save that for literally dead last. I don't know. We're going to see what it takes to defeat some security spiders with these guys. But I'm imagining we're probably going to try to poke our heads in and see if we can lead one or two out. Oh, Jesus, what is this? Oh, someone comes up to us, a hiver named Tomi. He says, "You're from the Empire. Well, you found me, but I can't let you live now that you've seen me on the run from the slavers, roamer." See, I'm not going back to the mines. They grab their weapons. This is a mistake. I'm on your side. You're a fool to attack me. A runt like you will always belong in the mines. Don't do this. I can help you. We're going to tell him, don't do this. I can help you. I'd be an idiot to believe anyone to be on the side of a pitiful slave. How do I know you're not lying to me? That you won't report me the next chance you get? After all, once a slave, always a slave. Am I right? But I'm telling you now, I won't go down without a fight. We can help you. Trust us. What have you got to lose? He says nothing, and Temperance says nothing. Tomi says, all right. You don't look like the normal Empire type at least, but take me anywhere near a slave camp, and I'll kill you. Yeah, trust me, I hate slavers just as much as you. Done. Thank you, Outlander. I'm forever in your debt. Oh, shit, he joined us. Holy shit. Oh, he's got a $2,000 bounty in the United Cities. All right. We can't take him with us. We can't do that. We're burning daylight, and we're far from where we want to be. Let's have him follow. Let's give him some food. Oh, he already ate some peppered garu guts. Good. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, we've picked up a hiver. Okay. Oh, he's nice. No, he doesn't have bad stats at all. Wait, Tomy, you might come with us. Tomy, we don't have gear for you. We're not going to... Tomy's got good stats. This ain't bad. His crossbows suck. We're going to have to get those up. But his turrets are not bad. His precision shooting's okay. And he's not bad across the board. I mean, better than some of our other hires. Our brand new hire was like 1s across the board. All right, Tomy, I don't know what to do with you. I don't want to take you all the way home. But you don't have any clothes. Oh, Tomy. We're gonna make a call. We're gonna keep Tomy with us and we're gonna keep him safe. That's the deal. Tomy's staying with us. Wait, how fast are you, Tomy? That's gonna be the big question. Tomy's not that slow. He's just malnourished. I bet when he's not malnourished, he'll be faster. All right. Tomy, let's give you food directly. Let's put you on group run. Thank you, Outlander. I'm forever in your debt. I know. That is just fine. Don't worry. We're going to give him 4 grubs. He can eat those for now. I'm going to keep going. It's a little stupid, but we're just at the break point. If we were any closer, I'd say we'd have to turn around. But, I'd imagine, we pick this guy up. We have this conversation with him. A very interesting conversation. We really are kind of settling into this anti-slavery thing. That's pretty damn cool. We've met a person who's very clearly not a Scorchlander, but I imagine they take an estimation of him and say, you know what, you look like you can handle yourself. Why don't you stick with us? We are heading on a somewhat of a dangerous mission, but we've got food, and we're going to figure it out along the way. Because the alternative is to send him packing back to the base, and I don't know that I love that idea. It won't be the greatest thing if we run into people that want to fight, but if we can get out here quietly... Maybe we can even leave him in the outpost. I mean, he should be fine. Oh. Will starts sprinting. He's a little nervous about something. We're going to come down here. I think we're near the river. I think this is the river out here. So I was about to check the map anyway. Oh, here's the spot where we got to cross water. Let's put everybody in a group run. I was just going to yell for everybody to keep up. You know why this is good, too? This will give Tomy some time for his bounty to clear. Let people in the United Cities forget they ever saw him. Not bad. Get them out of this clearing, and we're just going to have them calm down for a second. I think about there's probably good. Assessing the situation, Quill calms down. Whatever was making him nervous, he seems fine now. I thought I saw some movement over here. We're just going to give this a second. Why don't you step over here, Quill? I'm almost positive I saw some movement over there. We're going to head up this way. Quill thinks he spies something off in the distance. Ooh, there was something out there. What is that? Manhunters. Okay, let's keep Tomy away from manhunters, huh? Keep out of their sight lines. Where are they going? They're kind of going the way we are. I think if I keep going over this way, we're going to hit that river. Just going to try to keep out of their sight. I think we're good. Tomy, how you doing? I'm so glad you joined us. I'm sorry we didn't have anything for you. Oh, we are almost 100% at the river, for sure. I think it's going to be over this way. But those manhunters are going to be close behind us. There they are. They're literally right along with us. Pain in my butt. Pain in the butt, manhunters. We're going to go up this way. Not super sure where we are, but I'm not really worried about it. It's not late. We've got Tomy with us. He can protect us if need be. Manhunters are getting some distance from us. That's good. Of course, they're going the exact same direction we are. Wouldn't expect anything less. Now, we're almost assuredly going to have to... Oh, there's the river. Nice. Oh, you know what? And I think this is exactly where we want to be. Yeah, because there's the break in the river. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is so good because we get some height here. We can make sure that the valley below is safe before we descend into it. This is even better than coming up on the side where the manhunters were. Okay. And this is... Look at this. There are drifters up ahead. And somebody who's friends with us. Rebel farmers. What? How did that happen? That is unexpected. I'm not going to test that. Quill sees rebel farmers off in the distance and feels they're friendly. he's not 100% certain, but he feels like they're friendly, and I don't feel like testing that theory. Are they coming this way? Of course they are. Goddamn rebel farmers. All right, we're going down. We're going to stay out of the way of the rebel farmers. It's still very early in the morning, so we're going to blow right past the first outpost. And we're going to see if we can make it to a secondary outpost. I'm going to try to avoid these rebel farmers, even though the game is telling me they might be friendly. I don't know how much I'm going to trust that. Oh shit, can I not get down from here? I'm really not trying to run into manhunters. Give Quill a spot over there. Nah, he's fine. Good. Alright, we're going to step up here. We can get a little bit better of a view, and we're going to let everybody catch up. Going to take Temperance and Tommy, who says, "Gah, these cocksucker flies." Take them a second to catch up. We'll give them that second. I've completely lost the rebel farmers, but that's just fine. That's fine. Alright, it is noon. We're going to go get eyes on the first library outpost that should be right to our left over here. I do not think we've ever left any. I mean, it would have despawned by now. We can imagine someone else has probably come through here and ransacked whatever it is we've unlocked. But I don't think we left anything that would be of any use to Tommy, so we'll keep our eyes peeled to see if anybody gets attacked and left for dead out here. Alright, we've got eyes on the first outpost. Here's what I'm thinking we're going to do. We're right here, we could cross here, and we could follow this river. This is a bit of a rough pass. There's a lot of craggy, there's a lot of little craggy inlets here that are going to be very hard to travel over. I'm thinking what we might do. If we ran along the coast, we could even theoretically swim to this ruin that we never visited. If we ran along the coast until we saw these ruins, we would know that we could cut into the right until we hit the river and turn back to the end of the river. That is definitely an end of a river. We may have to hustle, but I think we could do that in one day if nothing happened. And if anything did happen, we could theoretically turn back and make it to this library. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to run along the coast. This is what we're going to do. We're going to see how long it takes us to get to the end of the coast. Where the ruins are at the very end of this river, where it lets out into the sea. And I'm going to say if it's after 2 p.m., these guys are going to say, let's put some pep in our step and see if we can put eyes on that ruined village as quickly as possible. Just keeping an eye on the ridge. No one's on the horizon. No one's down this way. It is a little nerve-wracking coming down into a river valley like this, because if anything does set upon us from up high, it's going to be a little hard to escape it. But we have good sight lines. We haven't been here in a bit, and it was, oh, Jesus Christ, there's a goat. We're going to leave the goat. We haven't been here in a bit, and this was notoriously a very busy place. This was Skin Spider Central. And I'm not really looking to waste bolts if we don't have to. I'd like to save all of my bolts for the possibility of teasing out some security spiders. That's the theory. I think that's the plan these guys are working with. Let's head down there. Let's crack open the armory, peek inside, and see if we can lure these things out. We're certainly not going to be firing crossbows indoors. Especially not long-range crossbows, but... Alright, we'll get a little bit of height. Oh, shit. The camp is under attack. Carthaginian specifically. Carthaginian, where are you? Who's attacking you? Who is dumb enough to attack Carthaginian? Oh, Jesus. Rebel farmers! I am ashamed of you, rebel farmers. I am ashamed of you. Carthaginian, why don't you go run and trade with Shimazu? Tetsuya, you stop it, Tetsuya. We are going to let these guys handle their own business for just a minute. We've left the scout team in a very dangerous spot, and this just comes with the territory. Carthaginian is, you know what we're going to do? I set him to trade with Shimazu, but Shimazu might run down to help him. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to tell Carthaginian Two, yeah, I thought he might do that. We're gonna tell Shimazu to come back in here. And we're gonna tell Karthikeyan and Shimazu to just come up here. If they want to fight, they can fight from up here. And we're gonna get the scout team to a spot where they feel comfortable. And then we can check in on the home team. Alright, I was taking the scout team down to the ruins to see if there's anything useful down here. And while I was doing that, it looks like the camp team has taken care of whatever was happening down there. So let's put the scout team out here for a second. Perhaps they wanted to get a nice look at the horizon. And we'll check on the we will check on the camp team, which unfortunately Zaria got hurt, but no one else did. All right, the camp team handled their business just fine. Zaria ended up getting hurt, in case I cut that out. She is unconscious. She tried to help Karthikeyan on his way back from the camp back into the base, but those guys are going to be just fine. We'll check in on them again later tonight. But for now, we're going to focus on the scout team as they are in dangerous territory. All right, we are running along the coast here. What time is it? Oh, it's so late. I was going to reassess, and I got distracted with the camp getting attacked. Perhaps we can imagine Quill was daydreaming a bit, and when he realized it was getting late, said, oh my goodness, everybody stick together. We gotta hustle. We've gotta hustle. I do not see the town, but it will probably pop in momentarily. I think it was up ahead this way. We will find it one way or another. Oh, there is... I do believe that's this ruin. Oh, we are pretty dang far. All right. It is late. This is dangerous. This is what happens when you daydream. We very much need to not run into something, and I see spiders. Skin spider. Oh, Jesus. God damn it, Garu. There's a Garu right behind us. All right, Garu, I don't need you right now. Don't you get upset with me. All right, there's a lone skin spider out there, but we do not need to deal with him. What I am going to do is we're going to go for some height. We see a bunch of Garu out in the distance. We're going to go for some height because we're going to go find that river. I think we're here. We're probably looking at all this. If we can get some height, we should be able to find that river somewhere over here. I want to make sure I don't turn to the right. We want to kind of head forward. We're going to go for that spot up there. And hopefully we don't move too close to these two skin spiders. Oh, there are more spiders out here. There's a lot of spiders out here, huh? I guess that was to be expected. Tommy, how you doing? You're getting faster, I bet, huh? Oh yeah, Tommy is great. What a good find. What a great find. He fits right in. What an amazing addition to the team. Very happy with that. Alright, this looks like this little crater kind of cut in here. We're going to head right here. And we're going to hope we miss out on any spiders. No one's following us. You guys are probably getting a little nervous. It's getting late. They're seeing spiders everywhere. We don't see any in front of us, so that's good. This is without a doubt that little crater. We're going to head for that that library and maybe hole up for there for the night. And we'll take a look at the camp team and see if we can set them up in such a way. What I got? 5,000 cats. We might go see if we get to the library in time. And we can go check in on what's happening, meanwhile, back at the camp. I'll see if we can go to the mechanical shop and buy a sleeping bag. And we'll put a sleeping bag in the house, which means I can have that find and rescue job. Oh, this has to... This little line here has to look directly at that library. We should be able to see the river when we get to the top here. I will hope. We're making good time. We see spiders in the distance. Ugh. Tommy says, oof, my ear itches again. All right, Tommy. All right, provided we don't run into anything at the top of this hill and come face to face with a whole gaggle of skin spiders, I am going to imagine we're going to be looking right at the river. Hopefully we'll see it very easily. We won't have to search too hard to find it. It's not hidden behind anything. And hopefully there is no one outside of or guarding the library that I want to go to. I think the library's right here. I think the library is lined up with this ruined structure here. Is there a river down here? There is, and that is exactly where the library is. That is 100% where the library is. I remember this library well. We spent a lot of time here. And these guys made great time. And Tomi, you're doing great. You're doing fantastically. You have no gear, but you immediately hung in. Getting some food and having some people to rely on probably raised his spirits. He's feeling just fine. Alright, we gotta find this library somewhere here at the end of this river. Perfect timing. We make it to the library. Tomi's eating some grubs, that's just fine. He's doing great, that's fantastic. We're gonna repair this door and we're gonna head inside. Alright, these guys are ready to settle in for the night here. Let's take a look at the camp and see if Karthikeyan, did you come out? Karthikeyan came out here to heal Zaria. We're gonna bring him back down to the actual camp down here. Tetsuya, do you have Zaria? She's in a recovery coma. Kind of to be expected. I'm hearing noises out here. There are slave hunters fighting tech hunters. We're gonna have to get involved, huh? There are slave hunters attacking the way station. And while I do indeed believe we have to help defend this place, I think these guys are probably saying to themselves, we have to first make sure that the people who are already wounded don't die, and there are no sleeping bags in here. Boo. Alright, Shimazu's going to desperately look for a sleeping bag, and if there are still trouble here, although it looks like the guards might have already taken care of it, oh my goodness. Oh goodness. My goodness. My goodness. These slave traders came in here and just started a bar brawl. What the hell? Damn slave traders. Alright. Oh, nice. They have sleeping bags and I have stuff to sell you. Beautiful. Take that. How much is a sleeping bag? Actually, not 3,000 cats, which is good. It looks like the tech hunters kind of have it under control. I really hate to not help. Even if it is just the camp team. What better way for them to get some skills? Alright, my goodness, I probably cut a bunch of this out. I was having Tetsuya go around and loot the weapons off of these slave traders so they won't be too much of a problem. I imagine that the guys at the camp, they're not really fighters. I mean, I think when push comes to shove and when it gets crazy, they're going to have to lay in and defend. But I'm just kind of thinking this through as I'm doing it and figuring out how we're going to handle all of the different scouting and camping and when the base gets raided and when the scout team gets attacked. But I'd imagine these guys, you know, they're not fighters, really. If they have to, they're going to help defend. If it gets really hairy and gets really bad, they'll help defend for sure. But at minimum, where I have the opportunity, I think we should strip the weapons off of people at minimum. And that's what I was doing, and one of these slave traders has a whole bunch of cats on him. 1,000 cats, 1,000 cats? My goodness. 220 cats? Beautiful. That is fantastic. Well, now I'm definitely going to check all of the slave traders. My word. Alright, these guys made it through the night without issue. Tomi says surely it can't get any worse, right? Tomi, it is just fine. We are letting some Garu pass by us, and we are ready to head out. Let's take a look at the map real quick. We are here. I think we're gonna travel all the way up to the second lost library. We're gonna follow the river all the way up to that lost library. I think that's what we're gonna do. Oh, the scout team's night was uneventful. Obviously, I'm sure I didn't cut most of it out, but the, what is this? Goats, please? Goats. The camp team had some excitement in the night, but as I think I mentioned, at least for my sanity, the camp team is, they're not fighters. They're going to help strip bodies when they can, but they did not get involved in fighting, and so there still are a bunch of, god damn it, more Garu. There still are a bunch of slave traders milling about and getting into trouble at the way station, but the camp team's going to keep their head down. They're doing a decent job producing food and doing some researching, so hopefully they will show some good progress by the time these guys get back with their new friend. And in case I did cut it out, the slave traders were all carrying a whole bunch of ranger crossbows. One of them even had a high-level ranger crossbow, so if we don't come back with too much stuff to sell, I mean, we don't know what we're going to find in these places we're about to raid. If we don't come back with too much treasure to sell, we still have a crossbow for Tomi when we return. All right, we are traveling until we see this library. When we see that library, we're going to cut left and look for the armory. And hopefully, I might actually cut across. We might go, since we're here, we're going to go high with it. I don't want it to take to another day. I'd like to get us over to that armory and possibly, if anything, if we're going to assault it, let's make a plan to do it today and we can stay in this library. That's a harder library to find if it does happen to get dark, but I think the idea of trying to find the library first and then cutting across to the armory is probably a worse idea in terms of time management, if anything. Hammett says, life is too short to worry about the small stuff. Hammett, I think you just like to be out adventuring, and I like that. Because you are on the scout team, so why not? Nice. And the gamble of crossing the plateau pays off as we see... Let's stop right here, actually. We see the armory. Just doing a bit of scouting. I don't see any spiders. No one's running down this line, although that's a good line of escape for us. Let's check the map as well and see if that line means anything to us. It doesn't really. I think it points here. If we get up here, we should be able to see some ravines and crevices that kind of point down to this library. Let's do this. Let's get down here. Let them go whatever way they want to go to get down there. I'm going to keep my eyes open for spiders because there were a lot of spiders last time we came through. Like, they were literally hiding in these little cracks, so I'm a little nervous as I say that. We're going to get... Oh, what did I say? What did I knew there was going to be spiders down here. I was hoping to be clear for a minute. How many spiders? 2? We're going to let those spiders move. I'm going to... Whoops. I'm going to move out of this crevice because if anybody is coming down this way, they're going to come through this little crack. So we're going to move behind these spiders, keeping an eye on the ridge, keeping an eye on the coast as well. And we're going to let these spiders do whatever it is they're going to do. We're not going to try to make use of them, but we are going to watch where they go because that's probably a good indicator of where others might travel as well. Watch the common paths as they move as slowly as possible exactly where I want to go. If that is not classic Kenshi. What are you, going into the armory? I think they're actually going... Oh, no, they turn around. Don't you come towards me. Don't you dare. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. Temperance is the fastest among us. That door's still open. It is indeed. Temperance is the fastest among us. I don't think the security spiders are fast. And, like, we're not going to make Tommy do it. We're not that kind of crew yet. We're not going to make him prove himself. It's bad enough that he has to watch the craziness that we're about to undertake. My goodness, this guy's like, hey, I'm not going to be a slave. And we're like, no, we can help you. Just come with us. And we bring him here to attack an armory filled with security spiders. All right, here's what we're going to do. Temperance is going to take point. She's going to run down here. Tommy is going to reflect on his life decisions. We're just going to watch those spiders start to turn around again. Now they're good. All right. Temperance is going to take point. She's going to run up here. She's going to open the door. She's going to peek her head in, and she's running back out this way. We're going to get a sense of what these dumb spiders are doing. We're going to get a sense of how far these spiders are going to give chase and how fast they are. She is the fastest. I actually don't even mind these spiders interfering right now because... All right, yeah, we won't be able to see spiders until we step in here, which is unfortunate. I just want to get a look at where these spiders are. They're over there. All right, here we go. Temperance, step in, and step out. Oh, Jesus. Temperance looks inside. We're not going to look upstairs because she can't see upstairs. If she wants to see what's up there, she's got to go up there. But what she can see from here is a spider back here, a spider right here. Jesus Christ. Oh, is this a mistake? All right, Temperance, that's all you can see. Don't you dare take one more step in there. Turn, Temperance. Run! Oh, God! Run. No. Quill and Hammett, everybody, you guys stop that. You're not on bodyguard. Knock it off. Tommy? Block, passive, hold. Get back over there. Everybody here. This is good, actually. This is a good spot right here. Oh! Interesting. The security spiders have stopped. What are they doing? They're aimless. Oh, they must not be programmed to search far and wide to just protect their base. Well, you know what? When you show up with Tommy, I need you to not. I need you to not. You're making me nervous, Tommy. Put that away. Why don't you just stay in the grasses there? When you show up with long-range crossbows, let's test them out. Let's test them out. This is what we can't. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's so good. Temperance, why don't you lay in? Why don't you lay in? And Hammett, let's put you here. Out of the way. No, Hammett, don't you step behind Temperance. I swear to God, Hammett. Look at that! Look at that! Are we actually making it? Oh! Look at that! We've damaged the leg. We're wasting a lot of bolts, but that's... Oh! Look at the stomach go! Look at that! Okay, we are wasting a lot of bolts, but that's okay. This is only going to make them better at what they're doing. We're gonna... Tommy's just keeping an eye on the horizon. He's keeping an eye... Oh, shit! God damn it. Gorillo, I don't have time for you. I'm doing good stuff here. God damn it. We're gonna give it a second. Where'd that gorilla go? He's close. He's close. I'm not gonna zoom out. I lost him. I lost the gorilla. He might not come down this way. Alright, the security spider's critical. And there goes another one on home territory. Yeah! Oh, yes! Oh my god, this is the best thing that's ever happened. Is that thing rebooting in 215 seconds? That's a bummer. I want to go loot that thing. Alright, we're gonna leave that spider to reboot, and we're gonna leave the other one to fight the gorilla, which is fantastic. Hammett, Quill, you step out of the way, and we're gonna attack the spider that's further away. And we're gonna let these guys do whatever it is they're gonna do. And if we can manage to put the other one down, we're gonna run down and what did this? Did the security spider win? Oh, without even taking even the slightest hit. Whatever, they're gonna keep each other busy. Temperance is gonna go loot those spiders and make sure they stay dead in a second. Oh, God. This is fantastic. These guys are fantastic. These crossbows are my favorite thing ever. I did not use these in my last playthrough, the old world bows. I do not think anyone on my team had these. Certainly not when we started using crossbows. All right, she is going to attract the ire. There it is. There it is. Oh, I really want to get that thing before it reboots. All right, whatever. Back up. Back up. Quill. Hammett. Attack. Temperance. Out this way. Oh, that's so interesting. All right, we're going to imagine that their programming is awful. Whatever. Whatever. This is literally why they bought these bows. This is a certain type of cheese or exploitation, but I think in this particular instance, with these things not being alive, I am okay with this. With these things being programmed specifically, we can imagine they were probably programmed to not wander too far from the place they are supposed to protect. And each of these guys is going to go run and loot one of these spiders and make sure they stay down. We're going to take their stuff. That kills it, right? Yeah, that kills it. No more rebooting for you, my friend. Damn it, you grab yours. Beautiful. The muscle's worth some money, right? Yes, it is. And, Tommy, why don't you butcher the gorilla? Tommy, you can come out of, Oh, shit! Whoops. No. Tommy, back up over here and just stay. You can go back in a sneak. Everybody else, back up the hill. Alright, right here. Quill, over here. Temperance here. And Hammett here. And Quill, start shooting. Where is he? We might be a little too close, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm starting to believe in our crossbow skills here. Nope, he doesn't even seem to care. That's beautiful. Alright, that's good. That's one more down, then. That's one more down. Did we get this guy? We did. He's dead. We did not get the gorilla. How long is the gorilla out for? 21 seconds? He's going to be down for a bit. His head's busted up pretty good. Look at these shots. You guys are killing me. How are we doing here? Oh, look at the crossbows are going up. Look at that. Oh, are you out of your mind? You should be in a recovery coma. How dare you? All right, whatever. That is fantastic. That is great. Good. Take care of the gorilla. Oh, there. Damn it. Attack the gorilla. Temperance. Attack the gorilla. And Quill, just step out of the way of Temperance's bow. And you attack the gorilla as well. And we'll see what we can do. He can't move because his legs are all busted up. Whatever. More crossbow practice for these guys. Look at the bolts we're wasting. That's fine. That's fine. Did you get shot in the head? No, that's her eye patch. If you guys, any one of you guys want to hit this guy, that'd be fantastic. There you go. There you go. Tommy, come out of sneak. You can butcher this guy. Temperance, you can loot this other security spider because you are the fastest in case we pull more out of this building. And we're going to bring the team together. Actually, we can bring the team together right now. Everybody except for Tommy over by Temperance. Interesting. I did not know they do not have, they don't have meat. That's just fine. We have tons of skin then, but no meat. I thought they might have some meat on them. I'm just going to double check, make sure these guys are dead. If one of these guys popped up, and after we came into the, one of these guys popped up after we stepped inside of this armory, I'd be terrified. We're going to bring Tommy a little closer. Where is he? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put Tommy in a dumb spot. We're going to get a little closer with everybody. Can we still see in here? We can't. I think I gotta go back in there to load it in. Yeah, I gotta go back in. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have Tommy go around the outside. And have him just, like, hang. He can hang there. Just stay there, Tommy. Quill, you do not step inside. Because everyone's going to follow you. Temperance, you take a step in. Stop right there. Okay. Temperance. A little further. Just, I don't want there to be something behind one of these things. And I don't really want to... I don't want to scoot around. If she's got to take a hit, she's got to take a hit. We got to step in here if we want to see what's in here. Alright, there's nothing down here. I think we're safe down here. We're going to bring Quill inside. Hammett says can't see shit in this dust. I think if there was something upstairs, we would have drawn the attention of it, but we're going to check upstairs anyway. And once we know it's safe in here, we're going to bring Tommy in here. We're going to close that door. Alright, Temperance. Here we go. Temperance is going to go check upstairs. I really wish I could get this to load before having to step up here. Okay. There is a security spider. I don't think it's seen us. Temperance, get back downstairs. It saw us. It definitely saw us. Dear God, it saw us. All right, everybody outside, which means Tommy, you gotta... What is happening? Did Temperance get dropped? Why the fuck are we walking? Run. Oh, I know why. Because Tommy's in sneak. Tommy, out of sneak. Everybody go. Go. Tommy, you have to pass that! Jesus! Tommy, back this way. I was like, Tommy has to get past the door before the security spider gets out, and he did not make it. We're going to run these guys far away. And we're going to just deal with... We're going to try to juke Tommy out of there. We want him to survive. We're going to run these guys far away. And let's just stop here. Where did that thing go? Oh, he's already out. All right, Tommy. Out. Go. Everybody up over here. And let's just make sure that Quill and Temperance are not shooting each other. Don't you dare shoot at Hammett. Hammett, you can come out over here. You're dragging this thing with you. My goodness. And Tommy, get out of the way of Quill's. Oh, Jesus. This is getting a little ugly. This one, perhaps it is programmed to know that it is the last survivor. Where is he? We're going to stick with Hammett. Hammett, fire. Dear God. All right, we're going to run Hammett further away. Hammett's dragging the thing. That's fine. Hammett, you keep dragging this thing. Temperance. I do not want you lining up behind... I don't want Quill lining up behind Temperance like that. Temperance, you back up a bit. And attack. And we're going to take Hammett, and we're going to kind of run him so that Quill and Temperance don't end up shooting each other. Quill just yells to Hammett. Oh, shit! I was going to say he yells to Hammett to distract this thing, but we're going to have to go check on Temperance. She may have to do the distracting. Come on, Temperance. Temperance and Quill have to run. Run, run, run. And try to get these guys lined up so they don't have to shoot at each other. Did anyone hit this guy yet? Oh, nice, they did. Look at that. Nice. Quill, up here. Temperance. Here. And attack. And attack. We're a little close, but I'm okay with that. Come on. Come on. Somebody drop this thing. Oh, so close. So close. Oh, who's he going after? Hammett? If I run Hammett away, he's just going to go after those two. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll bring Hammett a little further away. Come on, Hammett. If these guys could drop him, I'd be so happy. Oh! That was a good shot, Hammett. Is bleeding. Not bad. Alright. Everybody but Tommy. Pull back this way. Pull back. Pull back. Alright. Not bad. Right there. Quill. Attack. Temperance. Attack. And Hammett. Come up over here. Actually, Hammett, that's perfect. That's perfect. Hammett, right here. And we got this. Come on, we got this. Come on, you guys. Come on, you guys. Firing squad. They did it. Nice. Good job. All right. We're going to go loot this security spider, and then we're going to have to go do the scariest thing in the world, which is check the top floor one more time. However, I do believe that the top floor should be relatively safe now, because if we pulled the one out... That's... Oh, bunch of arrows. Scary. If we pulled the one security spider out, it is reasonable to believe that we should have pulled all of them out. We are going to take Tommy inside with us. I don't want him getting hit by anything. If he gets hit by a security spider, he's dead. Alright, nobody's down here. Nobody's down here. Where's Hammett? There he is. Everybody inside. Everybody inside and just hold right there. Temperance, you did a good job at this. Let's get you back upstairs. Alright. There's nothing up here. There's nothing up here. Alright, everybody upstairs. Jesus Christ. Actually, Tommy, close this damn door. My God. Oh my goodness. They did it! They did it! There's nothing out here. There's nothing even up here. Alright, we're gonna loot this place, and these guys, this is a job well done. They're settling in for the night. My goodness. It's early, but who cares? They've earned a rest. Of course, there's nothing in here. This can't be for naught. There's definitely some stuff in here, and we just don't know what it is yet. These guys are probably very excited. They find some steel bars. We've got a bunch of dumb crap on us. Hopefully there's something worthwhile in here that is not just steel bars. I'm sure there will. I know that there will be, but... yeah, Quill, you can pick that lock. Why don't you do that? Temperance, you can continue searching. Ooh, there's food here. And a cat. One cat. Is there food? There's a rice bowl. Tell me, why don't you grab that? You're the hungriest among us. He immediately ate it. And Temperance, you continue looting. Nothing in the safe. Ooh, the weapon cabinet has a combat cleaver. Edge type 1. Very interesting. Tommy can hold on to that. For now, not bad. What else we got here? I imagine in an armory we are going to find weapons and armor, huh? Anything else over here that is interesting? There's some sake and a skeleton muscle. We'll take that. Small barrel with nothing. Another one with A specialist leather vest. My goodness. Quill, you take that. Oh, did you finish unlocking that, out of trading range? Quill finished unlocking this chest? No, he did not. Quill, get over here. What are you doing? You're killing. A stealth leg and a KLR series leg. Left and right. Very interesting. This is bad for stealth and swimming, but it's worth a ton of money. And this is good for stealth and athletics, but bad for swimming. It's also worth a ton of money. We're taking both, obviously. And Hammett, you're going to have to come grab the rest. It'd be nice if we could find a backpack in here. We won't, though. Oh, shit. Interesting. Is anyone skilled enough to pick this? No. Hammett, you do have tools, though, and that's why we grabbed all these tools. So why don't you get to work on cutting that lock? Temperance, can you pick that lock? You can. You're going to raise your lock-picking skill. And Tomy, you might as well loot this storage. And Quill is finished with this secure wooden chest, which has a steady arm. A left arm. Quill, which arm? Which arm? Right. Son of a bitch. Oh, what a bummer. All right, well, again, we're taking it. What's it worth? 9,000 cats. We'll take it. What was that? Fuel? We're going to leave the fuel. And Quill, you can pick up with continuing looting while these guys lockpick and cut locks. This has been very interesting. A lot of stuff we don't need, unfortunately, but still very interesting. Oh, damn. Chainmail is worth a ton of money. Man, if we find nothing else, I don't even care. We found a bunch of good stuff. This stuff is worth money. All right, 2 more weapon cabinets. Ooh, a long cleaver that does a ton of damage. We're going to take it, and that's it. That's everything. We're cutting some locks, and we are lock-picking. All right, we're going to let Temperance continue trying to pick that lock, and Hammett cut the lock he's working on, and we'll check back in with them as soon as they are finished. All right, hilariously, Hammett finished cutting that lock before Temperance could finish what she was working on. And there is a rusty chain shirt, masterwork grade, fantastic, and these same blueprints that we cannot learn yet. That's just fine. We're going to grab that shirt for sure. Temperance, I am so sorry I stopped you with what you were working on. Hammett, why don't you help her out? All right, we're going to let these guys keep working on this chest. My goodness, I hope it's worth it. We'll check back in with them when they're done. Oh, and there we have it. And just as they finish, it looks like the camp is getting attacked again. We are going to leave them for just a second, and we're going to take a look at the camp and see what's happening. Oh, what do we have here? Rebel farmers. How dare you, rebel farmers? How dare you? Let's take a look at where the team is. Let's bring everybody back inside. All right, Karthikeyan in his desperate mad dash to try to make it back into the base. Jesus Christ. Oh, I see some interesting armor outside as well. We're going to get him inside. Why don't we do this? Let's close this door. Karthikeyan, close that door. And we'll let these guys handle that. Zaria, do you have any skills? And do you have any healing supplies? Why don't you start working on your medical skills there? Alright, these guys stand eyes trained on the door. Karthikeyan's feeling better. Let's pop this door open. Take a look out here. Since we brought this mess here, we'll take these guys outside and see if we can help a bit. This was completely our fault. Alright, beautiful. Before we even got outside to help, the tech hunters took care of it. We are going to take Zaria really quickly. While we're here and we're relatively safe, we're going to take Zaria. And we are going to see if we can... Oh, I wanted to grab that shawl. Alright, whatever. Let's run her back this way and see if... were there any rebel farmers here who might be wearing some gear? Oh, look at that! A wanderer's tabard. Beautiful. There you go, Zaria. And how about you take that straw cape as well? And that, and we'll switch your shoes. There you go. Merry Christmas. Alright, these guys took care of themselves just fine. They're getting back to work. And now Zaria has some nice new clothes. Fantastic. Let us check in on the scout team. My goodness, because they had just unlocked, I think, this chest. Let's take a look. Quill, empty? Better not be. Some cats. Alright. Get over here, Quill. He's out of trading range. Step over here. You are literally not out of trading range. 40 cats. Was that everything? That's definitely that chest, right? It had to be. It had to be that chest. That is hilarious. All that work. It took them like an entire day and a half. And Tommy says, don't go spending needlessly. We got to make worth of the cats we have. Tommy, what wise and sage advice. My word. All right. Well, I think that is where we are going to leave it. My goodness, these guys have had quite an adventure. They've taken on multiple security spiders and come away without a scratch, which is fantastic. The long-range bows have proven their worth, and they've got a whole bunch of really valuable gear to sell. When we come back, I believe we will probably be taking these guys right back towards civilization, maybe out to Drifter's Last, because we do have the new recruit, and he's got no gear on him. He's just wearing some rags, and we have pretty full inventories. If we can get a backpack for Tommy and some more gear, we can come back out here and maybe see what we can take on next. But we will do that in the next episode, so subscribe for more Kenshi, and I'll see you next time.